Ancient heroes trace back centuries, millennia, from Sun Wukong to King Arthur to Heracles. Yet before them, perhaps our oldest hero, Gilgamesh, king of Uruk. Gilgamesh was not born, but created, at least according to his own telling in the epic. They gave him the perfect body. Shamash, the glorious sun, endowed him with beauty. Adad, god of the storm, endowed him with courage. The great gods made his beauty perfect, surpassing all others, terrifying like a great wild bull. 2/3 they made him god and 1/3 man. Despite looking back as one of our first heroes, the epic of Gilgamesh begins by painting the mighty Gilgamesh as anything but heroic, from a modern lens at least. His arrogance knew no bounds, by day or night. No son is left with his father. Gilgamesh takes them all, even the children. Yet the king should be the shepherd for his people. His lust leaves no virgin to her lover, neither the warrior's daughter nor the wife of the noble. Yet this is the shepherd of the city. This hedonistic rule, brought by his strength and quasi-divine superiority, wears on the people of Uruk, and they extend their prayers to Anu, the chief god and overseer of the skies, to do something to lay this king low. And Anu did just that, extending their lament to Araru, a creation goddess, the same that helped forge Gilgamesh to create another, a comparable force, a stormy heart for a stormy heart. Aruru dipped her hands beneath the firmament into the primordial sea and wetted them, before sculpting from clay a fearsome form meant to match Gilgamesh. And this clay was dropped in the wilderness, where it would take its true shape. A man with long hair akin to a woman, but the heart after Ninnutra, the god of war, and a rough and rugged body formed from chasing wild beasts and digging in the grass of the countryside. A man with no knowledge of the world of man, but the world of nature. Enkidu. And it was a passing encounter with Enkidu that would inevitably lead him into conflict with Gilgamesh. When a farmer saw him one day at a watering hole and was terrified of this rude monolith of a man, who loomed like a beast opposite him. Through convoluted means involving a prostitute, Enkidu was brought into Uruk in time for Gilgamesh's proposed marriage to Ishtar, the goddess of love, something that would have never gone on to anything with or without Enkidu's arrival, but we'll leave that for another day. As Enkidu wandered through the streets, a murmur arose about the people, a realization that this domesticated wild man would indeed be the answer to their prayers. He is the spit of Gilgamesh. He is shorter. He is bigger of bone. He is the strongest. As they said that, the test would soon begin. One night, as Gilgamesh was venturing to meet Ishtar, his way was obscured by this man, made to be his match, Enkidu. At first sight, the fight was out between the two, and as two rams they charged at one another immediately, grappling and throwing about themselves. Doorposts were shattered in this grappling, and the very walls of Uruk shook and shuddered. Neither was willing to give the other an inch as they snorted like bulls and wrestled full of strength and vigor. Yet, as suddenly as it began, the conflict came to an end. Gilgamesh bent his knee and planted his foot on the ground, and with a turn, Enkidu was thrown. Then immediately his fury died. Enkidu, the mighty, had met a match in Gilgamesh the Great, and this simple act of dominance would actually be the opening steps of the hedonistic god-king coming to realize his own humanity. As in defeat, Enkidu would embrace Gilgamesh, a friendship that would extend far into the future. But that is a story for a different day. As always, thanks for watching.